good to go.
Good morning. It's 11 a.m. Tuesday, January 19th, 2021. And this regular meeting of the Sandpoint Historic is now called to order. I am Chairman Steve Garvin, presiding in council chambers at City Hall, 1123 West Lake Street in Sandpoint, Idaho. Commissioners Sue Graves and Heather Upton are also present. Commissioner Jackie Albright is participating remotely. Commissioner Jim is absent. Well, let's do the minutes. First on the agenda is approval of the minutes from the commission's last meeting. I will entertain a motion to approve the December 15th, 2020 meeting minutes. Would someone motion that?
I so move.
Second?
I second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None. Motion passes and the minutes are approved. We'd like to reorder the agenda with one new item, which has to do with the timing and disposition of council's deliberations of the draft strategic long-range plan. So,
Mr. Chairman, I can suggest that motion if you'd like.
okay,
So the motion would be to reorganize the agenda to move item 5, new business, regarding the future of the Sandpoint Historic Preservation Commission to the top of the agenda ahead of old business.
okay. Do we need to vote on
Now
that?
you can ask for a motion.
Okay. Could I have a motion on that?
So move.
Second?
Second?
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? None. Okay, so,
Chairman, one moment.
yep,
Jackie, can you hear us okay?
Yes, doing fine.
All right, wasn't hearing your voice on the votes, so just wanted to make sure you
thank
could
you.
hear us.
Okay, yes, voted positive, yes.
Thank you.
Thanks for that.
Okay.
Okay, so Jennifer Stapleton, I just was looking for an update on the status of everything. I did listen to the recording of the January 6th meeting. Seemed to go very smoothly. There was almost no questions from council, but I understand it's not on the 20th agenda at this moment.
Correct. Thank you, Mr. Chair. So the plan was to bring back the final plan for adoption by the City Council at this week's tomorrow's City Council meeting. We received a call from the chair of the Kalispell tribe asking for an opportunity to review and give any additional comment after this was on the council agenda. So at the end of last week, the mayor and I had a conversation about that, and he asked us to hold off on putting it on the agenda for an opportunity for us to have a conversation. But I would expect that you will see this come back on the next council agenda in early February.
February 3rd.
And I will reach out to the commissions and give you an update. I didn't send you an email at the end of last week just because I knew you were meeting today. And I could give you a heads up in advance of the meeting, but otherwise we haven't had any additional public comment that would lead me to believe that council wouldn't adopt the plan.
Okay, and with that in mind, if there's any value that you would want me to participate in a conversation with that person and Ellie and whatever, or the whole steering committee again, but I just, as the chair, I'd be willing to do that if you want me to, if you'll let me know.
Okay.
And then the other thing is, so if it gets on the 3rd, that's one thing. If it gets on the 16th of February, that's ironically like this week, one day before or one day after our projected meeting. So just to keep those things in mind.
Okay.
Thank
I
you.
will give you an update, and then relative to the plans with the commissions, it would be moving forward with a ordinance for consideration with City Council on combining the commissions in light of the recommendation in the plan.
And then we would work out logistics like for who would be on it and meeting times and things like that. After that.
That will be part of, yes, that'll be part of the ordinance and presentation process. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. That's very important and timely information. I'll share the gist of it with Jim, just on an email or something.
Okay.
Because he's far away. So.
Okay, great.
Okay, Jackie, did that all make sense to you?
Yes, it certainly did. And my question would be, is this the first time that the Kalispell tribe has been contacted?
No, we had actually 2 representatives from the Kalispell tribe participate in the process. We had one who was, who participated in the stakeholder interviews and was also invited to be on the steering committee. And we had another representative who also participated on the steering committee and was heavily involved in discussion at the last steering committee meeting.
Okay, so they just have a question or clarification that they need?
Yeah, I don't know what the coordination was with their systems and process through the tribes. So we're just following up on that and ensuring that all of the appropriate people had an opportunity to review the full plan.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, was there any new business since we're on that topic? Neither of you has any, or Jackie, did you have any new business?
No,
Okay, so we move on to old business. Discussion of any more updates, historic walking tour brochures. Do you guys have anything to report? We talked about this extensively at the last meeting, and I want to make sure that we're all still on top of it with distributing brochures and where appropriate, picking up money, but we did that recently, so.
Right, I was gonna go around again, probably this week.
Well, now we'll have a few weeks to do it,
Yeah, so
okay? And I will as well.
tell me what you mean by that.
Oh, what I mean is, theoretically, this may be our last or next to last meeting as a separate historic preservation commission.
So how are we going to keep coordinating the brochure distribution and pickup of money then?
I will take the responsibility for making
ourselves?
sure that we do that after, if this change happens, I will make sure to take that responsibility, working it into the new commission,
Okay,
if that goes that way, which is likely to from the looks of everything. Heather, did that make sense to you?
It does. And, you know, at that point, we probably look at the group as like a whole picture and see how that synergy would be and if there's more people that want to participate in that or not. I did reach out to Rick Decker, who's the admin on the pocket sites for the walking tour, and I haven't heard back from him yet. So I know it's been crazy with the holidays and everything, so I'll follow up with him again. But as soon as I have that information, I will get that to you, Jennifer.
Okay,
So your tech individual can handle that.
great.
You reminded me of a clarification, but I guess we can talk about it more later. But under the proposed changes and things like that, if I read it correctly, Heather would likely end up being a museum representative on the reformed commission.
That's correct.
Okay. Okay. I think that's it on the walking tour brochure, but I neglected to ask, are there any members of the public attending this meeting? And do they want to comment on this topic?
There are no members of the public attending this morning, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Okay, last item under old business is discussion again, if there's more update regarding grant. Before we move from the walking tour brochure, I thought the city was going to get us an update for how much money is in the account. Should I do that by contacting somebody at the city or?
Let me see if I can get an answer for you on
Okay.
that, Mr. Chair. I'll just send an email.
Okay, that's great. And regarding grant funds and education and things like that, there are some monies available because we didn't go to the postponed 2 conferences, one in Idaho and one in Tacoma. Do any of the other current members of the commission have concrete suggestions or thoughts as to how we might use some of those monies during this calendar year. Or look into using some of those monies.
I think it's a little too early to tell. I think we probably need to go through the combination of groups and take a look at what the projects are for 2021 first. See if the arts and culture plan, where it's at for.
But these
approval.
were things that predated that, and they were specific to our commission and education. That's why I wanted to
Got
bring
it.
it up now. Okay, well, if you have any ideas or thoughts, will you please email me
Sure.
and email all of us about that? Same with you, Jackie?
Yes, yeah. Mhm.
Okay,
Will
thank
do.
you.
Thank you.
Okay, I don't see any other business for this meeting. We want to continue to be very active, and as part of a merged commission, we will be even more active because some of the opportunities that will come along there. But I do want to at least take this opportunity to thank not only the current serving members of the Historic Preservation Commission, but also those who worked so hard and long before this. We've really accomplished a lot on 3 or 4 projects or more in the last 4, 5, 6 years. And I think we all should be proud of what we've done with the walking tour brochures, 3 editions, the walking tours themselves, which we hope to do in August this coming year, and pick up those again. And the preservation projects, the Orchid and Onion, the educational projects. I think for a small commission, this commission has done exemplary duties, and this goes back way beyond my involvement here. But I just want to thank everybody and have that on the record. And we've also loved collaborating with the arts on not just the utility boxes, but other things of relevance, and look forward to more opportunities and more funded opportunities under the proposed changes.
So last month, we moved to submit something for McDuff's in the old.
When it comes up, yes, and we haven't.
So we're waiting for that too.
Yeah, they knew it would be a while still, and we've been told that we will be notified when the submission period is open. But thank you for that reminder.
And Mr. Chair, that'll remain a part of the record. So even as we move forward with the combined commission, that will remain as an action for that combined commission moving forward.
Good.
And I'll make sure that we remember that as well, hopefully, but thanks for that reminder. Yeah, because that could be a great thing for Sandpoint.
Well, I appreciate your leadership and your enthusiasm through all this time, Steve. Thank you.
Yep, well,
I
I'm
think we have a
looking,
bright future ahead of us.
yes, I think so, for Sandpoint and for historic preservation, both. Okay, with no further business on the agenda, this meeting is now adjourned. Shortest meeting ever.
Bye, Jackie.
Bye, thank you.
Thank you.